Punched away, still in the middle, tapped away by Hoey as well over his head. Gavin runs back, gives it away to Basely. Little right foot kick was very neat. And they get it to centre wing. Rabbis runs away back to the middle, goes to the right foot kick, holds up again towards Barlow. The man bun comes up, can't take the mark. Gavin off the side of the pack, pushed off it by Hoey, leaves the footy behind though. Got some support. Reek gets the clearing kick, but only as far as Rabbis again. Takes the mark, centre wing out of side.
Clock's ticking this time, Jason.
Oh, perfect. So Rabbis goes inside 50 and getting across their Bowden. Was able to punch it away from Caleb Basely, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 50 out from the Bell Post Hill goal, kick to the southern end in this second term. They lead 1-4-10. Bannockburn 1-1-7. Throw in. Stretton and Lovett. Lovett gets it down. Reek tried to get the handball away, but only as far as Rabbis. Kick around the corner. Costello in front takes the mark in the pocket. And has marked it only about 15 out.
Do you reckon, Jace, in a windy game like today, the small forward line setup of Bell Post Hill would have the advantage over the tall forward line of Bannockburn?
Well, it's going to be harder to take the marks, isn't it, with the wind swirling around the way it is. So you'd think that Costello is one of them and can kick the goal. So he has kicked his first of the afternoon, and a good start to the Panthers in the second term. They're 2-4-16. They lead Bannockburn 1-1-7. Common Hotel, second quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
Well, you talk about other games and the wind going straight down the ground and who's got the win and who hasn't. I still can't work out who's got the wind in this quarter because I couldn't work it out in the first quarter. They were both pretty even. It seems to be able to deliver the ball both ways, and same here. So I'm not quite sure if there's a definite wind advantage here today.
More play on the other side of the ground, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure they're stopping the players going down the club rooms and from coming from this side because that would be the advantage.
So we're back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Going Stretton and Lovett do the ruck work. But Lovett this time gets the ball down. Stretton does the rubbing work though. Boot the ball. It's smothered. So the ball now back in dispute. Runs towards Barlow. He picks it up. Feeds it out the back. Bell Post Hill will emerge. Picked up by Gavin. Goes back into their half-forward line. And now a little bit deeper. Ball flows. And it's going to be their centre-half forward position. The ball comes out. Nice bit of work from Costello as Turner runs into goal. And Luke Turner will kick his first goal of the afternoon. And the third now for Bell Post Hill. They move to 3-4. They lead Bannockburn on 1-1. And we've gone just over 2 minutes. Second quarter, Common Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, he won't get it much easier than that young Turner. Costello, who kicked the last goal. He's just a beautiful little tap. And he gave the Bannockburn defence absolutely no chance whatsoever of catching him.
I look back on their round 5 meeting, and Justin Tarr was the only one influential in the forward line. So I actually thought this would be Bell Post Hill's Achilles heel. Given Ettridge was also shut down last time, and even though Ettridge has been quiet, Turner, Costello, they've picked it up. Joel Page had a bit of it before. We're in for a very interesting remainder of this first half.
As we said, conditions probably help them a bit, mate.
Ball up, back in the middle. Lovett gets it down again. Rode by Rabbis. Had an influence in this first couple of minutes of the second term. Goes with a kick over the head of Page. Coming out, Costello, third in line again. Handballs it back towards Turner. It's the 1-2, if you don't mind. He's done it again. Kick with the outside of the right foot. 20 metres out from goal and puts his second on the board, second in a minute. And the fourth for Bell Post Hill. So a quick start by the Panthers in the second term. 4-4, 28. They lead Bannockburn. 1-1-7. Common Hotel's second quarter scoreboard. 4 minutes played.
Well, maybe they have got the wind. I don't know. But I'll tell you where it's all. I know Costello's done a few nice things. Turner. Oh, excuse me. But I think the difference in these first couple of minutes is, as I said at quarter time, I thought Stretton was doing pretty well in the centre. But Lovett's got the first 3 or 4 tap-outs and put him to the position that he needs to put it to.
So back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. This time Stretton and both guarded again. This time Watts will emerge. He's tackled, brought to ground quickly. Umpire says dropping the ball.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you got to give him a go.
So Rabbis now with the ball.
I didn't see any prior opportunity whatsoever.
He got wrapped up pretty quick, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Rabbis now goes long. He goes deep into their forward line once again. Out the back, picked up. Kelly couldn't take the mark. Handball from Reek goes over the top. Outside the pass and put boot to ball. Looking for the field, and it will go towards his teammate there, but it's going to run over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back in. Lee Perkins couldn't quite trap the ball. Far side of the ground. Number of changes already. I reckon they've had 10 in the first 4 minutes of the game. Second quarter.
Geez, they run them quick, don't they?
Actually doing the board. Ball thrown back in by the umpire once again, far side. Again, Lovett taps the ball back to the front of the contest. Going back is Hoey. Couldn't keep it in the field of play, so we're going to have to take 2 far side of the ground again.
You got that right too, Smitty.
What's that?
Lee Perkins.
Thank you.
No Kieran today.
No, Kieran Perkins. That's Kieran Fulton. Thanks, mate. And ball thrown back in again by the umpire. Both ruckman again comes out. Stretton had it, lost it. Umpire called play on. Again, the ball back in dispute. Broman had it. Now he's tackled, brought to ground. Advantage has been paid, so it goes towards centre wing. No advantage there, but it's going to come back the other way now because Welb has the ball. Plays on from defensive side of centre wing. Runs, carries, goes long into the forward line. Page comes up. Ball gets out the back. Again, umpire said there's a free kick, and it goes Bannockburn's way. Kelly. And he doesn't waste any time either. He goes back towards centre wing. Not too sure he's going to. So
not a good
straight
kick.
Back to Lima. So again, he doesn't waste any time, and he's off and gone again. Back into the forward line they go. So plenty of pressure to the forward line. Costello comes up and takes the mark, and will go back and kick for his second goal of the quarter. And he's handed another 2.
He's having a real purple patch, Nick Costello.
And he only got a bit of courage from the nose, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, just a treacle down the top of the nose. So Costello, as I said, with 1 goal earlier in the quarter, has a chance to kick his second. And comes in. Nice steady approach. Nice looking kick. And it was a nice looking kick, but just didn't have the accuracy. 1 goal, 2 to that player, and 4-5 now to Bellpost Hill. They lead Bannockburn on 1 goal, 1. We've ticked over 6.5 minutes, second quarter. Commonwealth Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, it really is the anarchy past Players' Day theme. Of course, Costello doing well, Gavin the first goal kicker, and then Parsons taking all the kick-outs. Ettridge out there. Over at North Geelong, we got Fitzsimmons, Pittman, Rickett.
Did Digger Ryan play out there? He played everywhere else.
Yeah. They'd have a good team if they were all there, wouldn't they?
Yeah. You should have an all-stars match after.
So Parsons.
Steve Rickett.
Yep.
Just said him, that's good.
Yep. Parsons now kicks in and finds Bowden. Goes from defensive 50 towards Watts. Takes the mark at half back. To get back on that trusty left. Fulton gives him half a lead. He goes further though. Holds up in the breeze. Sits up as well. Barlow gets back there. Umpire says play on. Handball came out quickly. Close to the boundary line. And he'll come in and ball it up. So outer side, centre wing. Ball up, love it. Gets in front of Stretton. Tyke went across there, handball on the up, only as far as Yates. His kick was smothered, went back and got it again. Kick again was short. And around the corner, the Panthers get out of trouble. Lentini threw the ball over the top to Barlow. He shuffled it out to Page, 60 out from goal. Chips the ball beautifully to Ettridge, who led up and takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 45 out. That'd be a tough kick from there. The breeze is going back into his face.
Well, if you wanted a spot not to kick it from, I reckon that'd be it, mate. Fair dinkum.
So he comes in now, Ettridge. Goes long with a kick, and he has missed it to the far side through for 1 behind. So they go to 4-6-30, Bellpost Hill. They lead Bannockburn 1-1-7. Commonwealth Hotel, second quarter scoreboard, 8.5 played.
Is that part of the runner's uniform, a Bannockburn beanie? I don't think so.
I'm surprised Ettridge, just the 4 disposals so far. He was very influential against Inverleigh 3 or 4 weeks back.
So again, Bannockburn to bring the ball back in from full back position. Parsons again with that job to do. He plays on to himself now. Looks to go pretty much straight down the middle of the ground. Out towards Stretton. He just threw his teammate away from the contest, and there's going to be a free kick, no doubt about that. So Bellpost Hill and Fantella will again have another opportunity. The ball going back inside their 50. So Fantella now looking for the options. Bannockburn with the opportunity to get all their players back. A short kick going in. And Kelly comes up with a mark and he plays on for Bannockburn. He goes back straight towards Fulton. He's in front. Ball gets out the back. That was a bit of a hold of the
interference,
I think it might have been 2, but Barton did it nicely. Gets back the ball back. He goes back into their half-forward line. Basely's there. Mark is not taken. Or was taken. It was by Baseley. He looks for the outside runner. He's got one Lima. Good use of the ball. He stops and goes back now. He steadies himself up. Again, movement forward. Goes towards the full forward position. Ettridge streaks across.
Oh, he's copped one eye too. Accidental though.
Yeah, no, it was well within the rules of the game. Kelly, not too sure where he wants to go. He goes sideways, backwards, and out of bounds. So, not a good kick there from Kelly. And he's called deliberate. Oh no, he said
no,
did he? No. I thought he went like that. I thought he meant deliberate.
Well, when you say it's within the rules of the game, geez, it was accidental, but I still think they probably should pay a free.
So it's going to be a ball in on the half-forward line. Bell Post Hill again doing some more attacking in this quarter. They've done most of it for the first 10 minutes, and they're still pressing now. Ball comes to the front of the contest, picked up. Watts forces his way through. Right boot goes back towards centre wing. Harding going back with the flight, couldn't get there, let the ball run. Now it goes over the boundary line, and Barton has happened enough to see the ball in that position. So umpire now just about to restart it. The ball thrown back in now by the umpire. Stretton front position, goes back towards Peters. Couldn't take clean possession. Picked up by Watts. The umpire says he's been dumped without the ball, so Mitch Gavin is going to be the recipient. He gets the ball back. Well, that was a bit lucky too.
Who threw that back?
Stevenson.
That's 50.
Yeah. So Mitch Gavin now with the ball. Centre wing. Just holding things up again, looking for some position of where to kick the ball. Asked to play on now by the umpire. He loads up and he goes long, deep towards the forward pocket. In front, ball runs out the back. Players getting back now. Cole's first to arrive. Picked up though, and to take the ball away was Yates, I think it was, who kicked the ball through for a minor score. It was Martineau, was it? 23?
Yeah, Martineau.
Nick Martineau. So 1 point to him. And 4-7 now, Bell Post Hill. They lead Bannockburn 1-1.
Parsons kicks it in quickly, finds Van Ingen, runs away at half back, gives it away to Jervies. Goes with the right foot kick high towards half forward. Harding and Urquhart, they go at it. Harding taps it on, back towards half forward flank. Addy gets back there, tries to ride the bump, then loses the football and the tackle over the shoulder, said the umpire.
That's a good battle there, Harding and Urquhart, who wouldn't be called giants of the game, would they?
No. So Cam Addy's got it at half back.
Who's that from?
So Addy chips it to Barton. Still inside defensive 50. He's got Lentini.
And now he's got Lovett all on his own.
In the back pocket. So now he goes towards Lovett. The big fella. Doesn't take the mark on centre wing. Has to get around. Oh, gets it. The two big blokes, Stretton and Lovett. They lose the footy. Goes back towards Fulton. Barton read it the better at half back. Now he goes with a kick inside. Good kick too. Finds Gavin. Handballs it away quickly. Towards Martineau, goes towards half forward with a kick, coming out Page, Bowden against him. Page is going to put him in a tackle, lose the football. Ettridge at the back, if he can pick it up, he's away. He does so, he gets the handball away. And they go back towards Page under pressure. Kicks turned over, Jervies has got it. Well, he claimed the mark too.
Hurt himself though.
It wasn't 10 metres, but anyway, goes towards Harding on centre wing. Who takes the mark, he chips the ball over the top. Tom, Gavin, just holds him up. He's in between wing and half forward on the outer side, Jason Tom. Peters gives him a lead. He's got Fulton longer. Where's he going to go? He thought about playing on. He went way close to the man on the mark, and he's turned the ball over. Welv's got it. He gets it back to Addy. His handball, standing start to Martineau on centre wing. His handball back to Welv. Left foot kick around the corner. Over the back, Barlow. Sat and waited for it. Needs some support. Handball didn't hit the target, Ettridge. He comes at it, holds his ground. His handball back inboard. Martineau's got it. Gets around on the right foot towards Lima at centre half forward. Handball inboard to Yates. 45 and closing. Goes with the right foot kick and has kicked a behind. So
How fast
off the hook
Lentini's
there, I reckon. 4-8-32.
Going to be dusted by now, couldn't it?
Bell Post Hill. They lead Bannockburn 1-1-7. Common Hotel, second quarter scoreboard. 14 played.
Ball brought back in quickly, went to Melbourne in the pockets, dropped the ball, had time to
You
get
didn't know
up.
he was there.
Now to get the ball away, he does so, goes to Parsons, goes back to Kelly, so Kelly now has Watts, who's come off the bench. Good timing, they will call that. He gets the mark, he's on centre wing, has a player further afield. Addy came at him, but it went to Fulton. And he's now got the ball, can run. He's got Tom running to the goal square. Good kicks, all that's required. Tom, can he mark it? Yes, he can.
It.
Had the perfect sit. Unfortunately, the player going back was young Willie Urquhart, and he's about half his size. So Jason Tom, he's going to go around the body too, is he? Don't trust the old drop punt. So Jason Tom is going to go round the body from that position, and he does it, and he kicks his first goal of the afternoon. And to say Bannockburn didn't need, that's an understatement. They're 2 goals, 1 now, Bannockburn. They trail Bell Post Hill on 4-8, and a 14.5 minutes gone. Second quarter, Conifine Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, I'm not sure if that was luck or good management, but without Watsy coming off the bench there on his own, I don't think that play could have happened. So whether he just held back for a minute or whether it was just pure luck, I don't know. But it was very fortuitous for Bannockburn, and they needed that goal. You're right, Smithy. It puts them back in the game. But you did call it well too before, Jason. Over the other side, Etridge kept his feet when everyone else fell over, and that's the trick, I reckon.
So back to the middle. Stretton and Lovett having a good battle in the middle. Pye throws the ball in the air. Stretton gets it down. Watts leaves it for Peters, who gets a clearing kick towards half forward. Harding comes out at pace. Gets a good shepherd from Perkins and leaves the footy behind, though. Belpo still don't. They get the kick around the corner towards Barlow, who goes up in front. Can't take the mark. Needs some support. Rabbis runs at it at pace and gets away as well. Goes with a right foot kick. It's a good kick too, but only found Kelly, who took the mark at half back and ran away. Measures the pass out wide for Jason Tom. Addy right next to him. Tries to push it past him. And the ball is out of bounds for a throw in. So left half forward for Bannockburn. They will have a boundary throw in. Stretton and Lovett. Stretton in front. Gets the ball back. Left foot kick inside 50. Oh, well, with a fresh air shot. Left the footy behind. Watts didn't. Ran through traffic. Left foot kick towards the goal square. Barton comes out in front of Fulton. Gets the handball away. Fantella. How do you find 40 metres in the clear for Adrian Fantella?
Don't know.
And he goes wide with the kick. It's a beautiful kick too. And they just hold it up now. Basically takes the mark. He chips the ball back into Fantella. He must have a disease. He's got it again. Tyquin comes from behind the mark. Takes it now. It's just defensive side of the centre. He just holds the ball up and he gives it away to Lima. This is the way they play, Grubby. They just hold the ball up and they bore the crap out of the other team.
They've done it for years.
Until they just get a slice and dice opportunity and then they go. He goes now, Fantella with the kick towards half forward. Oh, basically takes the mark, gets the kick around the corner, goes towards Costello, comes out, punched away by Parsons. His second effort was all right to Ettridge as well. Back to Page. Oh, blind little sidestep, right foot kick, and he misses. Through for one behind.
They're kicking themselves out of this.
So they go to 4-9-33, bell post tilt. They lead Bannockburn 2-1-13. Common Hotel's second quarter scoreboard, 17.5 played.
So Parsons quickly to the pocket. Mark out there by Jake Peters. He's taken a couple of steps. Umpire calls him to play on now, and he goes towards centre wing. Not too sure who he was going to. I think Peters was coming up from behind, but the ball has gone just inside the field of play. Bounced over, and we'll have a ball in on centre wing, far side of the ground.
Well, two ball winners are off the ground right now. Jack Broman about to come on. He's been talked to by his mentor and Darren Milburn, and Adrian Fantella just coming off 5 marks and 10 disposals so far.
So umpire about to restart play, far side of the ground. 20-point margin at the present time. It's thrown back in by the umpire. Again, tapped down by Lovett. Goes towards his teammate there, Rabbis. Ball picked up by Watts, though. He's brought to ground as the ball goes over the boundary line. So we're going to have a throw in, far side of the ground. Waiting for the umpire now, and both ruckmen stand in their position. Ball straightened down, good behind, but it's picked up there by Rabbis, who runs and carries. He goes across the ground, basically leads in the race for the ball. Intercepted there by Kelly. Got out of trouble there. I think he'd done a hamstring or something then, the way he pulled up. Goes short to Jarks, comes up, takes the mark, so he's away. Got a player further afield. He goes long into the goal square, and he did that nicely. And he's got Tom out of position.
Past his
Past
peak.
time. I was just going to say.
And he now goes far side of the ground, so he goes back outside towards Barlow. Behind the ball, it's hit the ground. Coming through, Barton can't, but he does pick the ball up and put it down. Picked up by Stretton. Kicked the ball a little bit further afield. Ends up in the hands of Link Peters. Looks back inside. Goes to the top of the goal square. Tyquin's the target. Ball spoiled from behind. And Addy just happy enough to see it through for a minor score. 2-2 now to the Bannockburn side. They trail Bell Post Hill on 4 goals, 9. 19 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter, Conifine Hotel. Second quarter scoreboard.
So Lima kicking in duties for the Panthers. He plays on now. Goes
That's
towards
danger.
Rabbis. Under pressure takes the mark in front of Jacques. He's got basically short. He's got Kelly further afield. Called to play on. Oh, kicks into the car park.
And he's out of the 20.
So
No call.
Jervis will take the free kick and plays on. Why is he
official.
allowed to play on?
Umpire had set the mark. I don't
The
think
umpire's
Jace.
got the man bun too. Him and
Yeah,
Jake
no.
Barlow looking the same.
Brothers.
Jervis goes with the kick long towards the 10 metre square. Numbers with Bell Post Hill, but Link Peters did pretty well, tapped through in the end for a rush behind again.
What was the free kick for?
I was on the full.
It went out.
Oh, I thought he smothered it.
No, on the full. Yeah, Connor Jervis just asked, why was it wrong for me trying to play on? Which I can't understand why he couldn't.
Well, the only thing I can do is he's blown time off to line him up. That's the only thing.
So Lyman now from the full-back position decides to come club room side of the ground. Again, Addy stands his ground, doesn't take the mark, picked up there. Fulton handballs over the top to Melbourne. Melbourne put it further afield, only went as far as Gavin into Costello. Costello goes back towards centre wing. In place is Reek, and he takes the mark in front of Barlow. Little short kick, goes backwards. Oh, Parsons finger tipper, takes the mark. Goes back into the middle of the ground. Cole pushes up. This is Ben. And he takes the mark, still inside the centre square, goes to Broman. He steps round one, then decides to go long into the forward line in front. Tom, this time better position, takes the mark. And he's inside 50 and an opportunity to go back and kick for goal. And he's going to get himself up now and just wait for himself to steady. Cam Addy stands at about 45, so it's going to take his best, I think. I don't think he's too confident. Broman's in space by himself. He ignored that. Now he decides to go himself.
I give him a chance, Smitty. I give him a chance.
So he steps in now, kicks long, goes towards goal. It's going to land in the square. It's going to be tapped through. Timmy Barton says, no, I'll just walk it back through for another behind. So 2-4 now, Bannockburn.
He's got
They
Matt
trail
Lantini
Belpost
open on
Hill
this side.
4 goals, 9, and 22 minutes gone, second quarter.
So Barton got no idea. That'll be the last time he kicks in. He goes short to Fantella. Shane Lyon will be doing it all the time now. He goes short, finds Fantella in the back pocket, squeezed up against the line. He plays on, goes long. Jason Tom's got his name on it. Oh, he should have taken the mark and didn't. And then set a task for Lance Melbourne in the end.
I'll
He
tell
got
you what,
wrapped up.
though, it was a mongrel punt. It was spinning left and right angles. It was a hard one to mark.
Caleb Basley. Mitch Gavin told him all about it too as he walked past then. Lovett gets it down. Broman's there. Picks it up. Loses it in the tackle. Comes Lentini. Tried to tap it back towards Welve. The kick over the shoulder, said the umpire. Hold. Sharks holding on to Lentini too long. He'll take the mark. Now he plays on Lentini. Goes back to the middle. The kick. Yates ran away from Stevenson. Goes across to half forward. Stevenson did pretty nicely in the end. Oh, and then he dropped the footy in the tackle. Ball spills free. Getting across there. Fighting hard for it. The Bannockburn defence trying to push the ball back. Ettridge. Watts is there as well for Bannockburn. Got around a couple. Handball over the top. Might be all right. Broman made it pretty good. Tyquin stood. Handballed it away. Close to the boundary line. They get it along. Peters. Good mark. Diving mark. We'll take the... Well, did he play on? Oh,
No. I think the umpire's going to bring it back and pay it.
Yeah, he paid it, but then he played on. So
He's a bit lucky.
yeah, he was very lucky. The umpire didn't call play on because he got tagged straight away. Anyway, Link Peters goes short to Broman. Takes the mark. Still on centre wing on the outer side. 23.5 played, second term. Chip in. Lovett comes across against Tyquin, the 2 number 2s. Handball Lentini to Lovett, the big fella. Shuffles the handball. Quickly, they get the kick. Gray, Lux of Fortune into the hands of Yates. Fell into his arms. Good smeller, though. And Yates had to go back and fix it up, and he couldn't do so. Reek, handball, front to Tyquin.
Oh, he's a free kick advantage.
Goes towards Tom against Addy. Punched over the back.
It's free kick against Addy, and it was there
against
too.
Addy for a push. He doesn't even let Jason Tom get the footy. Like, pick it up from the free kick. So Jason Tom, who has kicked 1 goal this afternoon, he will shoot for goal from 30 out, 45-degree angle.
He's got 55 for the season. Kieran Fulton 54. So there's a bit of a rivalry in the same team.
Comes in, right foot kick, pushed it across the face of goal and through for 1 behind to Jason Tom. So they go to 2-5-17 Bannockburn. Bell Post Hill 4-9-33. Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard 24.5 played.
So Shane Lyman now with the ball back in his hand, doing the kicking in duties, goes far side of the ground. He's got options out there, 1 being Addy, 2 being Barton. Ball hits the ground. Both players are on the ground, so Tom has a chance to pick the ball up. Does so, well, had it, picked it up, then lost it again. Lentini's over the top of him, takes the ball away from him. Support arrives. The umpire will come in and take possession of the ball just inside the field of play. thrown up by the umpires. We said right out on the far side of the ground. Cole doing the ruck work. Lovett gets it down, coming through. I think that was Hoey. He's tackled high, says the umpire, so there's going to be a free kick going to that player. So Matt Hoey gets himself up. He goes back by hand to Peters. Jake Peters now stands and goes back into the forward line. At the back, ball. Tyquin couldn't take the mark at ground level. He picks it up. A little bit of strength. Gets away. Goes towards goal, but across the face. Through for a minor score. Another one. Now Bannockburn wasting opportunities. 2 goals, 6. They trail Belpost Hill on 4 goals, 9. And we tick over 25 and a half minutes, second quarter.
When they were dominant early, they didn't kick enough goals, Belpost Hill. But now when Bannockburn are getting it back, they're doing the same thing. They're letting them off the hook a bit.
Lima kicks it in, finds Barton in the pocket. He just holds it up, Tim Barton. Called to play on now, have to go down the line. Does so, chips it towards Turner. Stevenson comes up, good mark, Turner.
Ooh.
Stood his ground under pressure from Stevenson.
He knew he was coming
He
too.
did too. So at half-back, defensive 50. He goes long towards Barlow. Ettridge is there as well. Off the back of the pack, falls to the front. In fact, in the end, Reek gets the handball back. Van Ingen off a step. High kick, Stretton just straight on the ground. Comes back at it. Nobody actually hits it. Urquhart. Will he be able to keep it in, though? Yes, he can.
Just got it.
Handball was chopped off by Jake Peters. And we'll have a boundary throw in left half forward.
I reckon they've got an interchange for Bannockburn and
They
one
have.
for Belpost.
They have.
They've got 2 different. I don't think you're allowed to do
I
that.
don't think you are either. Anyway.
I reckon they should just use the whole thing. It's too damn confusing.
Who cares? Just run off. Does it really matter? As long as they've only got 18 on the ground, does it matter?
Well, it does if you don't go through. You're not allowed back
It's
on.
ridiculous. Boundary throw in over the back. Lima had it, lost it. Ooh, under pressure at 50. Fantella tried to tap it on. Tyquin rides a couple of bumps, then loses the football. Basely runs into Turner. Now standing the ground, Peters off the hands towards Broman. Goes to the torpedo punt towards 15 out from goal. Addy taps it back towards Lima. Close to the boundary line. Addy picks it up and goes long with the kick towards Flacavento at centre wing. Off the back of the pack, Barlow can't take it. Handball came back from Cole, gives it to Reek, gives it to Peters. Handball was smothered. He gets another child. He dropped the footy.
He
The
dropped the
umpire.
footy this time.
Yep, he's dropped the footy. Free kick, Belpost Hill.
Well, boys, I don't know what Doggy Ryan said at the quarter time huddle, but North Geelong have kicked the last 50 points. They're leading Belmont 59-20.
The ball from Turner on centre wing goes towards half forward. Barlow got 3 on him again. Kelly goes across there for Bannockburn. Under pressure, kick back towards half back. Turner, only bloke who actually went at the footy and looked at the footy.
I could hazard a guess at what Doggy said, but I'll get another 4 weeks
That's
and I'll
all right.
repeat it.
So now he goes towards the top of the square. Costello comes out, leads, can't take the mark. Parsons gets wrapped up. Ball not going anywhere. And the umpire will ball it up 40 out from goal. Bannockburn 2-6-18. And Belpost Hill 4-9-33. We played 28 minutes in the second term.
So the ball, as we said, at the centre half forward position. Both ruckmen go at it, coming through. Yates tried to force his way through. Actually, it was Page. The ball goes back the other way now. Bannockburn get the clearance out. Going as far as Urquhart. He chips the ball back inside 50. Mark not taken out there. So at ground level, Lovett doing the ruck work, hands and knees, throwing back to Urquhart. Didn't hit the target. So now Bannockburn have the ball. I think it's how he tries to force his way out. There's another player tackle. Actually, it was Tyquin that was over the top of it. Ball continues to run, kicked off the ground, runs back inside their 50, picked up, handball goes to Kelly. He's coming the right way, kicks the ball out wide. The teammate out there is Stevenson, leads in the race for the ball. It's time to pick it up, goes further afield, short kick, had to be good and was, and found Tom. So Tom now looking to put the ball into their half-forward line. He's got a short player there. Stevenson continued on down the ground. He's taken the mark, so he steadies himself. Little chip up over the top, goes towards Harding out in front. They move the ball nicely so far to this position. The next kick is important. Goes in further afield and coming up Link Peters. He takes the mark. Got options sideways, but he needs that kick in forward. We've run 29 and a half. It won't go much further. Outside to Hoey. Handball goes to Jake Peters. He looks up and goes to the top of the square. Fulton's in front. Dom.
God, he put that in such a good spot.
Anyone that actually went to the ball like Turner the other end. And now Jason Tom will have a chance to go back and kick his second goal of the afternoon.
I don't think I've ever seen that many Belpost Hill players look that disappointed about any play in the last 10 years.
Well, he put it in a spot where the most advantage was to Tom. All the rest of them lost it. They were out of position, but he put it where Tom was exactly running to.
From about 15 metres out, directly in front, needs to kick this goal. I think he's gone across, and he has missed again.
No.
Jason Tom, 1 goal, 2. Bannockburn to 2-7. And they trail Bell Post Hill on 4 goals 9. 30 minutes gone. Second quarter. Conifine Hotel. Second quarter scoreboard.
The other disappointing news is I think I'm ruled out of commentator of the year with that suspension.
Kick in by Lima.
Devastated.
Kick in by Lima.
We live for that, Grub.
Have you ever won one, Smitty? No, I didn't think so.
There's the siren for half
I've
time.
won one.
Bannockburn 2-7-19 at half time. Bell Post Hill 4-9-33. Goal kickers Dale.